So now let's go and discuss the actual adapter module. So in the app directory, we have a BSS directory, and then we have adapters. So, and this is the generic interface which is already developed, already provided for you to then create your subclass. So let's take a look at the main thing. We have a class called BSS adapter, and that's a main class which defines the actual interface. It is derived from two classes which may help you. And one of them is session management. It's related to when we need to maintain authorization sessions on the side of adapter. So when we check username and password, we will issue authorization token and will maintain that information somewhere on the adapter side. Not always required. And another class, OTP handler. And this should we generate and validate one-time passwords. They're already there, they're already provided for you, but it's not that important. You can, in your class, you don't have to define it. So what we have, obviously, we need method with constructor for the object. Then we have additional method called initialize, and it will be called by the main.py when module finished loading. It gives you a chance to do things such as open connection to a database and something else. And here we have the methods which you would need to override in your own adapter class. Name, okay, it's clear it's the name of adapter, so you put there typically the name of the PBX system you connect to. Version, that's the version of your adapter, which will be returned back to WebTrit, so it can understand where it's compatible or not, or your application can understand where it's connecting to the proper adapter. And get capabilities method, this is where you will return a list of functionality which is supported by your adapter and your VoIP system. For instance, can you provide a list of extensions, so other users which can be shown as contacts for this particular user? Can you retrieve list of past calls, so it will be displayed in the application to the user, call recordings, and so on. So here you will inform the system, so it will know which methods then can be called in your adapter and for which we will just block them. Authenticate, it receives information about the user, password which was provided, and upon success it returns a session info object. A method which retrieves, so once the user is logged in, once the user was authenticated, we need to obtain information about user data. Most importantly, SIP username, SIP password. So WebTrit can issue registrations on behalf of the user and place calls on behalf of user. So this method will be called, and here you just have to retrieve the data from your system and return them. Retrieve contacts, this is for the user to be able to see in the application a list of other extensions or people registered in the PBX system. So there's one phone book set of contacts which is stored in the user's phone, but then another one which is maintained by administrator, for instance, all employees in the organization. So here, again, your method will retrieve that data and return it. Retrieve list of call records or CDRs for a user for specific time frame. Retrieve an individual call recording. So again, if VoIP system supports the capabilities to record calls, then we can also get it downloaded. And one method which can be useful in case if you want to allow people to sign up directly from the application. So maybe you want to do it WhatsApp style. User enters, new customer enters his or her phone number, and then you create some data, you send him or her verification SMS, and then if everything's fine, later you validate and you allow them in. Or it could be something else, maybe in your application, which you will adjust WebTrit front-end source code. Maybe you will collect user name and address and credit card information. And again, all this data will be passed to your adapter, and you have a chance to do anything you want. And that's pretty much it. There's just two service functions which are left here.